Well, hello everyone. That took me a little while to get started, but I'm here and welcome to the stream. This is Strummer Streams, and we are beginning our first stream on this channel only 1.5 minutes later than expected. Here is my island, and today we're going to be discussing a couple of things, mostly related to the Animal Crossing 3.0 update. We are in the midst of winter. Animal Crossing has had its first update in years, and we are going to look at the hotel currently on my island, its current state, and we're going to try to improve that state just a little bit. So from what I have come to deduce, if you like my detective outfit for the day, is that we unlock about 2 hotel rooms per day in this update. The update, if you have not heard, is something that is free to all Animal Crossing players. However, if you do have a Nintendo Switch 2, you can pay, I believe it's like $5 or so to get the Nintendo Switch 2 version. I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2, this is just the original Switch. This is actually being played on the Nintendo Switch I bought when it released at midnight. It has been through a lot of things, but it's been pretty good so far. Oh my goodness, I must say hi. So do you always go around chatting with strangers like this, or am I special? What? Wow, it's cool. I'm just messing with you. You're from here, right? The name's Cherry. So Cherry actually used to be on my New Leaf town back in the day. I love Cherry. She's also on my DLC resort town, I believe, which is, I guess I didn't expect people from there to recognize me from here, especially since I am wearing a fake mustache, monocle, and detective outfit right now, but, one can only hope. I ought to do this solo vacation thing more often. Well, I always vacation solo. Yeah, she's in one of those cute little sweaters. Oh, and they're saying hi. Well, that's pretty cute. Yeah, so I do already have, as you just saw, tourists on my island. So with the update, in addition to getting a hotel at the end of your pier, you also have people hanging out each day. I have not given them any sort of special clothing yet, but as you can see, she's wearing one of the default, it's kind of like, I don't know, hot island, cold island thing. We have an orange or a blue kind of wavy sweater is the pattern they've got going on. Let's go ahead and say hi. Oh, hello? Oh. It hasn't really been that long. It's been like a week or so since I've been on, to be fair. Yeah, I'm having weird delays in my game. I mean, granted, I haven't been playing daily. I did just time travel. I went back a couple days. Oh, hey, let me say hi. Another tourist wearing the same sweater. Hey, I look so mysterious that you had to come talk to me, right? Well, the name's Kyle. We have Kyle the Wolf. I'm just here on vacation. By vacation, I mean a selfie collecting trip, Alpha. I'm gonna photograph this island and myself more extensively than the paparazzi ever could. Lovely. We've got Leaf here today. Let me just check in with him real quick. I don't really need any camellia, but let me just see what's in his shop. Let me just check real quick. Pumpkins, tomatoes. It's not really anything I need. I'm not really doing a whole lot of gardening right now, but anyway, I got a little distracted. Welcome to Fincara, which is my island, which I have started since the beginning. Again, when Animal Crossing first came out, all the way back at the start of the bigger outbreaks of the pandemic. And everyone was, not everyone, but a good chunk of people were stuck at home. I started this island. It was originally loosely based off of the books by T.A. Barron, which talk about the lost years of a young Merlin who goes to search more about his past by going to an ancient legendary island whose name was Fincara. When you wash upon the beaches of Fincara, you see these shells that are so vividly bright, you almost can't comprehend how beautiful their colors are and how vibrant the sand around is. In fact, one of the characters is literally blind and sees through second sight, so his vision is washed out, but even he can sense the vibrancy of the land around him. You have areas where there are people practicing magic areas where people are raising crops. You have a big foreboding castle. So those are all elements I chose to take in when designing my island. Fishing areas over here. Hey, let me go say hi to Gruff. Gruff is one of my favorite characters. Dancer's been too long. Yeah, I like to see him. He hangs out and does his little singing. He does his little two-step. That's always fun. But I digress. Let me take a look at... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you just caught that, but things were blank for a second. I've been having weirdly long load times, and now I'm having some bugs, and I have really never experienced that before, so that's interesting. And I don't think I noticed that, like, immediately. Of course, I already know the recipe. I definitely did not notice that immediately after the update. That's kind of weird. I haven't really been having issues with this Switch at all either. So I might take a look somewhere and see if that's something other people are experiencing as well. I'm not sure. But, well, Anyway, let's go ahead and head to our hotel, shall we? So that's going to be one of the major points of this stream is we are checking out the hotel. We are going to decorate some rooms. And really we're going to be comparing the experience to the DLC that I have played to death. I have absolutely finished the DLC, and that is making resort homes. So here's Captain on the island here. Here is what my hotel looks like at this time. I literally don't have any decoration. I'm probably going to add some storage. Some people have like things at the end of their docks, but I just feel like having something at the end of my dock would look kind of awkward, like you would cut off part of the boat. I already don't like that you can see, you know, this fencing sort of situation here, but I don't know. I feel like there's not a really lot of area in this particular way to decorate, but maybe I'll change my tune after a while. Let's go ahead and go into our hotel. So if you haven't seen it before, the hotel takes a lot of inspiration from previous iterations of Animal Crossing where you have Captain and his family. My first Animal Crossing game I played really was New Leaf, and I really loved the availability of going to the island in New Leaf where you could catch bugs, you could interact with Captain and his family, you could buy things from this little girl here, Captain's daughter. So we have, you know, semblances of that original functionality, but just a little bit different. So let's see. For sale today we have the snow globe, which I feel like is just way too huge. Gold place setting, which I'm not really interested in. And yeah, I haven't done anything for the outfits yet. I'm not really sure what to put here because it's like this is sort of the uniform of your island, I guess. And with the original inspiration, I guess it is more of a whimsical, magical type of deal. Actually, let me see if you can... I believe... I'm wearing a wand outfit right now. So can you put a wand outfit on the island? Let's find out. So like here's one of my really like explorer island pieces here. Can I switch this out? What should I do? Change the outfit. Oh, okay, that's how you have to do it. So, no, I can't take it immediately from what I'm wearing, but you do have the ability to put whatever you'd like in here. Alright, well, you can't remove the mannequin's original items. But, oh, okay, so I can change it out. Alright, so I can't just have a blank mannequin. I guess that would imply people becoming a nude or something. Is that the deal? I can have everyone be hippies as they're coming in. That would be a good in-between one to have at this point. Let's think. We do have the dress-up outfits. I'm going to try not to spend too long on this because, again, I mostly want to work on the actual rooms, but I'm sure we can find something. And it's going to be, again, something we're going to see a lot with various villagers wearing. Do I have anything cool in here? Do we just have steampunk outfits? Sure. Let's do, let's see. I think, yeah, I should have enough to do like a full steampunk outfit. Where is a little hat? Well, we could do little hat. Or we could do the actual steampunk hat. Which, if I'm going to do that one, let's switch it to the purple. And then let's continue with maybe... I'm pretty sure I have goggles. Let's go ahead and let's get the whole kit. Do I have the goggles in here? Yeah, there we go. And I guess no one's going to be able to see your socks, but we should be able to get you some... Maybe some fancy shoes. Those are okay. Do I not have any other? I mean, I have like pirate boots or something, but I don't think that would. Don't think that would work quite as well. Or I could just do business shoes, but those aren't as historical, if you know what I mean. Alright, fine. I'll do that, but then I have to change the socks, of course. At least to Argyle or something. There we go. Alright. We have one steampunk outfit. And then let's go in for another steampunk outfit, shall we? I always feel like that's just the easiest way to go. Do a full body outfit, get something that is vaguely matching. So here's the steampunk dress. Let's see, should we do the same hat or a different hat? I mean, we could try to do... I mean, that does match. That is actually the same color red. So I guess we are going to do that. Glasses. Should we do the goggles again? I mean, we could get away with a monocle, I feel like, for steampunk. Or we could go with just maybe a more historical type of glasses. Let's go with the monocle. I feel like, you know... This is the only chance you have to go with a monocle, I feel. And then I think the knee height, well, no, let's do the stripes. We're not really going to see many of the villagers wear the actual legging portion. So I think we can get away with that here. And then I don't even know what shoes. Well, I mean, I do know what shoes. It would be boots of some kind. But do we have, would it just be lace-up boots? The red's a little too red. Brown's a little too brown. Yeah, I think we might just need to do the black lace-up boots. Do they not allow you to have... I think, yeah, they do restrict a couple things. They're not letting you have every single shoe that I've unlocked, for example, because I'm seeing some that are not here. Alright, we do have a couple of options for bags. None of them are really saying steampunk to me, unfortunately, so I think we are going to go without the bag. There we go. So now we have some very interesting outfits for our visitors. Let's see, which outfit should I... Well, right now I am actually on official island coordinator business, so I will put on that outfit. And let's get ready. Actually, let me put this away. Oh, that's right. Forget you can't get to the control when you're in a building. There we go. Okay. So this is Leilani. She is the wife of Captain, and I have worked with her before already. I have already got a couple of rooms built for some guests who we've seen already staying on the island. So Yar, I'll help with the guest room. So we're going to get started with room number 6. And so this is, if you haven't seen the DLC gameplay before, she presents you with 2 ideas. You'll also get some recommended items in with each theme, but you don't necessarily have to stick with that item. You have more freedom with whatever pretty much that you've unlocked, plus a couple of they kind of meter out a couple pieces that are new to the update. So let's see, I can do a lodge room or a Japanese retro room. Now, it is nice and snowy, but I do feel more drawn to that Japanese retro room, and I think I did go with the Japanese room before with a different choice, so I'd like to see how different the furniture is. So it looks like we're definitely starting, you know, with some more traditional bedding. Let's head up to the crow's nest. Also, apparently I decorated more rooms than I thought I did. I thought I only did like 2 or 3, but she said hotel room number 6. So apparently I just spaced out and decorated a bunch more hotel rooms and forgot about it or something. Alright, so, okay. So welcome to the room. We have some traditional tatami flooring. We have some very traditional screen type walls with the paper letting in light. Is it shoji screen walls, perhaps? So something I've been doing on all of my hotel rooms, and something I did in the DLC as well, is when you press the down arrow, you get this option where you can go in and decide on dimensions. So if you go to the left, you get to choose how wide and how deep your room is. Now, normally I have been going just completely as big and as wide as possible, but I think I do want to challenge myself a little bit and not go like a huge box. So I think I will go a little wider than it is long, just so it's just a little cozier. This is for the windows and entryways, and it's actually not even letting us use any of the windows, but coming sorry about that. Coming in, I would like maybe a darker wood entryway before we get to the tatami. And then this is lighting. I am going to make it like just a little bit less bright in here so I can control like the flow of lighting, maybe with, you know, the lamps or whatever we choose. And since this is more of a retro, like a cozy but chill sort of room, let's see, maybe some like some nice park vibes. The train could be nice. Actually, I don't know if the train was there before, but well, maybe it was. I don't remember using it very often, but I'm going to go with some nice park vibes. So some outside, but, you know, a domesticated outside. So let's go in. If we press our right button here on the D-pad, we have our recommended options. So yeah, this is looking like, you know, retro Japanese. I would definitely say I've used a lot of these items myself. Not a lot of them are super new. Like the Katatsu, I've used that in so many builds before. Different things. You have a nice cozy futon, a retro TV. I guess this meal is new. The aji fry. Is it like a fish fry? Wow, and that really kind of looks like the only new thing, maybe? So yeah, not giving a whole lot for that, but let's go ahead and get a couple things built out. So I think I will use, let's try to envision this like a little place that you'd stay for a while. So you'd like be able to get your food, you'd be able to chill here for a bit. We can't say no to the Katatsu, can we? Because I mean, it is winter. Okay, this definitely has, these look like new swatches, I feel like. That's pretty cute. But I do like the traditional one as well. So let's do the Katatsu. I kind of feel like the Katatsu should be in the middle of the floor. I mean, just because it's so inviting. And then we can have our futon. Do we have different swatches on the futon? No, I feel like those have all been in before, but let's stay with the blue, I guess. We have the green on the floor. Let's stick with blue for the furnishings. You can have just a nice cozy area over here to actually sleep. We've got ourselves a retro TV, so of course we're going to use it. Let's actually do the light brown for that. Even though we have the dark brown for the Katatsu table, I feel like this would be lighter color. And then you can sit. We'll still be watching it. So let's see. What else can we add in here to make it a little cozier? I like the walls, but I kind of wish they weren't all that same kind of wall. Let's maybe do like an accent wall. Not accent wall of that. Maybe like have that be the wall and this be the accent wall. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit cozier. And then maybe we should change the flooring out. I just feel like that gives us more options for rugs. All right, so let's add, I always love the stair dresser. Let's do, I guess let's do this kind of brown, because that's a good midway between like the TV brown and that. And then I like to do the stair dresser in a corner. It just gives the implication that you can keep going up from there. I don't know why we have the safe in here. We do have cushions, so I am going to do the cushions. I'm going to keep with the blue as well. So you can be sitting on the cushions around the kotatsu, staying nice and warm. I'm watching TV. Let's see, the paper lantern. I can't remember what the other swatches are. Okay, so it has different wood. Let's stick with the natural wood. And let's do... Well, it is winter right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the winter one. And then I can't remember, can this go on a table? No. Cannot go on a table, but it can go back here next to the dresser. So I think that works. And then let's go ahead and get our new meal on top of the kotatsu. And then we have to have some tea or something, right? We do. What kind of teacup should we have? Let's do the blue and white teacup. And then can we also fit... Can we fit a kettle on here, or is that it can take up too much room? No, I think we can fit a kettle on here. There we go. Alright, so I think that is a good start. Let's get that tape deck as well, so we can be playing some tunes. Let's keep it a nice, just retro silver. And then can that go up here? That can, yes. Let's put that up there. I do think we're going to need our nice retro fan. Well, actually I kind of wish that came in more of a silver color. Does this come in a silver color? Light blue, white. I guess I'll do the white heater. Because it's like you have a kotatsu. I think the heater would be good. Let's switch around there. There we go. A little bit more ambient heat. And then I think I'm going to look for some kitchen stuff. Because we need some room for that to go onto. I'm kind of thinking of more dresser though. Just so we have something so we can put a couple objects on. Like our rotary phone. We got to keep the retroness. I don't know what color. Let's just go with silver. Yep. There we go. It already knew. It's like, yep, you want to put this right here, right? Alright, small vase. We have been going with blue accents. So actually, let's do this. And then, can this go up here? Yes, it can. There we go. And then, like I mentioned, let's find some kitchen stuff. Let's see, some sort of cooking surface or countertop. We have, these are kind of like counters, but I want more like, you know, something you'd find in a regular kitchen. Well, let's see, could this work? This really looks too European for this. I'll put it down, but I don't think that's gonna work. Let's see. No, I don't like it. Let's try something else. And again, our goal this stream is to get through and kind of really kit out what our hotel is going to look like. Just see, you know, what's the end point of this. Because I've really enjoyed like the quality of life features, but overall it's just not been super interesting as an update. Alright, I think I will use this artful screen. I can't remember if this artful screen is super new or not. Let's see, we were using the blue accents, right? So So we bring in another blue accent. And that can kind of be... There we go. I can add in just a little bit of dimension here. And then I'll actually move the heater over here. There we go. So that's just adding some more ambient heat to the room. Let's see, what else can we put in? Yeah, I really thought there's some sort of kitchen we can use for this. Not really the compact kitchen, but you know, looking for something that's just kind of a natural extension for a hotel room. Well, maybe it is one of these. Just thought it had, well, I guess we can use this one and just change it a little bit, like the beige or the white one. That's literally like a wood burning stove though, so maybe not. Maybe I was thinking of either the compact kitchen or the ironwood kitchenette. Let's try to do the ironwood kitchenette, but make it maybe this oak. There we go. Just to take the black iron out of it. And that's something I could have over here. And that gives us more room to put some things like the appliances, like the rice cooker. Let's do the classic white rice cooker. And then what else can we add? Like, I feel like the back is a little empty. I almost want to put some sort of like tree or decoration in there. Actually, can I was like, it's not going to let me do any sort of real tree like that. But you know what I mean? Like a house plant, or would that be under miscellaneous maybe? I know there's a lot of food under here. But I can't remember where the house plant section is. All right, here's some lamps. Well, we're going to do some overhead lighting. Okay, here we go. Well, we could do the pine bonsai. It's a little small though. Is the cherry blossom bigger or smaller? It is almost the same size. Let's see if they have any other ones. No, that's pretty much it. Okay, there we go. I'm like, they have to have them in here somewhere. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. So we're going to make that a feature. And then we can get rid of these. And instead, I'll bring this over here. It's kind of weird that I have everything sort of in a line when it comes to the kitchen. But I mean, you are having your main space in the middle of the room. So I think it works. And then we can put that back just a little bit. I do feel like we need one more... There we go. One more cushion. And then what else can we do here? We, of course, can put some art on the walls. So they're already recommending the fish print, and then, oops, not the fish print again. Let's do the fish print kind of over where the kitchen is, I think. There we go. And then what other variations do we have? Because they're not all... Okay, no, they are all fish prints. Well, let's at least vary some colors. So we have some snapper. And then let's find some different... I know there's some different like Japanese wall art. We do have some fans and things like that. Okay, here we go. The autograph cards, I think it comes in a couple different ones. So signatures, handprints, illustration. Let's do the words of wisdom. Here we go. Let's hang those like a little bit higher, right about there. And the formal papers. Let's do, we could do multiple of them, but let's do one of these. And then let's see if there's anything else we can add in that would still fit that same theme. I mean, I do tend to like these wooden plank signs. Let's maybe do the brown one. Yeah, just right over that. And then over here, maybe one of the hanging scrolls. That is maybe a little bit more traditional than retro, but I just wanted to have something on each of the walls. Alright, and then up here, I do believe we have the recommended Zen light, which I do quite like the Zen light. And I'll keep it with the natural wood. And have that be our main light in the house. There we go. Well, that is looking pretty good, I would say. I was considering adding some rugs, but I don't know. Let's see. Maybe just around the sleeping area. Just something simple and kind of small. Like if we did... Well, let's see how small that is. Oh. Wow, it just happened to go directly under the kotatsu, and it's the exact same size. So you know what? That's now staying there. Because I don't think I could even get that up if I wanted to try. Let's try to do the mat now. Alright. So if we put that under there... Yeah, I think that works. Just so you have something else that's underneath the bed. I wonder if I can do a mat that's at the end of it. Let's see. Like they have some smaller ones. Can't remember how big that one is. No, that's too big. And a little too green. Let's see. I like how I'm saying, oh, we're not going to spend forever on this. And then I'm definitely spending way too long on it. Are these just different tatami mats? Yeah. Different colored tatami mats. Sure. Let's do a dark bamboo rug. And just put it like at the entrance right here. So you walk in, any dirt or whatever is kept on there, and then you are in the room. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to finish there. So, one last thing you do have to do. Of course, I like to do a walkthrough just to make sure everything actually functions. Apparently we're playing Comrade KK. Let's check through. Alright, we'll stick with our recommended selection here, I think. But yeah, I like to do a walkthrough, making sure it's actually usable. Our retro TV has it's like black and white, like the radio stretch program showing you how to do your basic calisthenics to stay fit every day. You have our little rice cooker. Yeah, I think that works out. You've got your little nature corner over here. I probably could have added like a lot more in detail, but I really think this works out. So. Oh, wait, hang on. Nothing's afoot because I did not take pictures. So that is the last part. You see in the upper right corner, it says 6 there. So this is room number 6, and it has to have its own picture. So I can go and hit ZL, take out my camera, hit L on the joystick twice, and make sure I can get everyone out of the way for a good shot of the room. So here we go. We now have a picture of our retro Japanese room. There we go, and it popped up in the upper right corner. So now I can talk to Leilani and tell her that I am all done. And I believe there's 8 rooms and then it unlocks a VIP room. I'm not sure if the VIP room is room number 8 or if it's room number 9 and there's one VIP room that's like a penthouse. I'm not sure. So that's kind of what we're trying to get through to today. All right, so we are loading back. All right, that loading screen wasn't too terribly long. And you can see my points or tickets or whatever currency they have added on now for a 3.0 update. So she says, thanks to you, we've got another room ready for our guests. I can't thank you enough. I'm giving you 200 tickets as a little thank you gift. Please take out your phone for me if you would. So if you played the DLC, which is about creating resort homes, you got paid in whatever currency that was. I can't remember it off. Pokey, there we go. So here you get little tickets for the hotel. And much like, I guess, existentially working in an arcade somehow, you get to turn in those tickets for more things. So that's what Grams is for over here. Yeah, her stuff isn't that inspiring. That's out right now, but let me see if she actually has more in her catalog. So last time I decorated a hotel room, she didn't really add anything else. So I'm going to go through and see. Oh, we do have the little cat plushie. That is cute. The wall-mounted bookshelf. That's also pretty cute. That is nice. I'm gonna take myself a wall-mounted bookshelf, and I guess I will take the cat plushie because I think you can customize it, hopefully with customization tickets. I guess I will find that out. I do like the mug shelves. Those are pretty cute. We have some street lamps. Okay, the tubular stuff is what I had unlocked recently, and the artful stuff. So you saw me use the artful screen just recently. That's pretty cool. Kitty stuff, not a huge fan of. It's basically like the Fisher Price sort of tyke things. And then the novelties. Now, I know at some point, maybe it's when you unlock the VIP room, or maybe just when you have enough tickets overall. That is when you should get the option to get things like the old Nintendo systems that you can play games on. But it appears I have not unlocked that yet. So I did at least play a little. Let me go see who is in what rooms right now. So, here we go. Okay. So you can see my room so far. So the first room is currently occupied by Kyle. This was more of a seaside, I tried to make it a very standard, like if this were almost a corporate hotel, what it would look like. So you have their branded hotel stuff, some fish on the wall, it's blue, there's the rattan furniture set, no surprises, but nice and simple. Oh, for our next one, looks like Shino is here somewhere on the island. This is our more traditional Japanese room, so I did use a lot of that artful furniture set that we unlocked. Again, I used that like the first tatami flooring and shoji screens with a little bit of the lighter T-wall, and then a lot more of a formal sitting area, plus another formal like eating area and a double bed. So it's almost like a premium version of the room we just made. Then this was almost like a ranch style room that apparently Bob is hanging out in. That's where I got to use the new mug shelf for the first time. So that was pretty cool. And for this one, I again made more of like a premium, like you can live here, you can be cooking here, you have your dining table, you have your little couch sitting area, everything all set there. And it looks like Cherry, of course, Cherry is in the dreaming room. So this is like the gamer girl slumber party paradise room. You have a computer set up to game, and I think it's set on like an RPG or a dress-up game. I can't remember. Giant teddy bears. You have collectible teddy bears everywhere. You have a big dress-up closet in the back, a big canopy bed, and I put 2 tables together with a bunch of chairs around with a bunch of sweets in the middle to just have a delicious middle of the night sweets fest. And then apparently we have Cleo here, and Cleo is in our cityscape room. So it is a nice chill lo-fi. It's raining outside and you are in a high-rise city apartment with a lovely fruit basket and some iced coffee and a bar where you can make any delicious concoction you want, some vinyl playing, and a nice big projector screen where you can watch all the movies and content you would like and then chill and no one can ever bother you. So that is the room we have occupied by Cleo. And now this is the room we just made, so more of a retro, almost maybe like you're going to the beach, but it's not the fanciest room, but very traditional and chill sort of room that someone might enjoy. So I'm going to go over here and see if she will let us make another room for the day. Oh, all finished up for now. Okay, so she's telling me to drop off tomorrow at the earliest, so that is fine. I had planned for that. So again, I'm kind of feeling a little middling when it comes to this update. It's like, yes, we have some options and we get a lot of quality of life fixes, but it's not as exciting as something that has taken so long to come out, that one would expect from it. But anyway, here's a couple people around here. We've got Pico hanging around. I'm ignoring the snowflakes because I'm not really that interested in a lot of the snowflake items as well. I was kind of considering decorating out by my pier, but I don't know. I am just not that interested right now. Now, one benefit of the update is getting things like Rossetti. So Rossetti, coming from previous games, is now able to clear a lot of land out for you. So that would hopefully facilitate, if you're motivated by the update to make a lot of changes, then you would have that option. So you can do a little town refresh. I'm going to save a lot of that energy for the Slumber Islands, which hopefully will have some more streams later on, in which I'm decorating on there. But let me check my mail. Oh, that's some nice stationery. As I greet the new year, I've decided to become one of those fancy hobby people. Okay, so we have the Happy Home Academy. Oops, I meant to toss that one. There we go. Away. And then some things I have already bought. So I got also the same thing, almost. Bought the same thing the last time I was at the hotel shop, so hopefully I get different versions of it. So let's check out a couple of these. Actually, let's check them out inside my house. Even though my character cannot feel cold, just seeing how cold it is outside makes me feel cold. And actually, in real life, I'm in Florida right now, and we are experiencing, of course, the rest of the world, not the rest of the world, the rest of the country is having quite a lot of cold right now and terrible winter storms. Here, it is surprisingly also very cold. It's going to get down to below freezing very soon. We are having wind gusts of like over 20 miles an hour in some places as well. So yeah, it's very interesting. We're having some extreme weather. All right, so we have some of Mom's art. Let's hang it on the wall. We'll hang it on the wall in just a second. Get some mug shelves, the cat plushie, the bookshelf. So some of those things I just bought, we're about to see at least one version of them in just a moment. So let's go ahead and select decorate here. And we're going to decorate for my pockets. So let's take out our Lego arcade game. So, well, I didn't mean to come back immediately that quickly. But yeah, this is something from the Lego collection. I at least wanted to grab the arcade game itself. I'm actually going to put that back in my pockets because I have a little arcade behind my character's home. So that was the intention for that one. I will take a look at these mug shelves. So that is pretty cute. I can sit it on that table, I guess. It's not super helpful. That's okay. And then which cat plushie? Okay, that is the yellow cat plushie. Got it. Well, okay, so she did just send it immediately once I purchased it. And yeah, like I mentioned, I'm gonna try to. Oh, didn't mean to pick that up. Sorry. Let's check out our wall-mounted bookshelf. Let's stick that over here. Yeah, that's pretty decent. I guess I'll keep that up for right now. And then let's go ahead and check out the other piece, which was the wall art, which yes, we'll keep that up on the wall. Actually, let's grab this, put this over here, because I believe that is also some of Mom's wall art. There we go. All right. Well, I accidentally picked up something I didn't mean to, but I got everything else just fine. All right, so that's looking good. We can head back down. You're getting a little bit of an abbreviated house tour. Got all these cockroaches everywhere. As you can see, I'm not really that excessive with decorating. I barely even use the walls anywhere. Like I have this one wall that's kind of just for this bookshelf and to create a slight separation for my kitchen, and that's about it. But I've seen some people do some really creative work with how they have things situated in both their houses and when they're building things like the hotel rooms or the resort homes. Or once you actually complete the DLC, you get to take over your villagers' homes and go ahead and see them. How they can get a new place to live, or a refreshed place to live. Speaking of villagers, it is Aurora's birthday. And I think I'm gonna try to get her something, but I need to get some gift wrap first. And this is why when I time traveled, I also backed up time a little bit, not just in date, but in the hour, so things would actually be open. Wow, it's just taking a little bit longer than usual to do anything. Like even getting into the shop, it's just a touch longer than usual. I also noticed since the update, they did move the wetsuit or swimsuit or whatever option to the very top with all the tools, because I'm betting a lot of people were just missing out and they didn't even know that they were, you know, closer down here at the bottom. So let's grab some mint wrapping paper. I just need one. Thank you. All right, and I think let's wrap up some fruit. So one reason why I'm taking the time to do this is, you know, of course I do like being friendly to my villagers and whatnot, but Aurora is one of the villagers that I'm not super keen on keeping on the island. I've kind of let my island just be as it is, however it's gonna be for quite a while, and I'm only just now starting to kind of curate my characters. And one way that you can actually do that is by giving them gifts and doing friendly actions towards them. I'll say hi to Bob while he's here too. Oh my god, is Bob dressed up in the steampunk stuff? Yep. That's pretty cute. He's wearing the hat, he's wearing the goggles. I mean, that's one way to test out how things would look on villagers as well. Just make it part of your your hotel wear. But anyway, like I was saying, if you do friendly interactions towards them, they are more likely to have that little question of, oh, should I leave the island or not? And they'll be pacing around and you can find them and say yes. So anyway. But I have a couple spots on my island that are really nicely curated, and then a lot of spots that are just like, it's just whatever has been happening. And it's her birthday. There we go. Nice. I wish her happy birthday. Everyone's been so generous, no pressure. But I do have something for you. Let's give you your present. We got Muffy back here in her shades in the ice palace. Here's some delicious fruit in your ice cave. That's cool. Let's go talk to Muffy. Oh, that's fun. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to stay very long because I'm not even going to stay on this day very long. Oh. Well, that's great. I definitely didn't just give you a present because I'd like you to get off the island. But you have been here for several months. Actually, she's probably been here for like, I don't know, almost a year at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been big on villager hunting. I do have some of the cards that you can scan to just invite a villager over, but I haven't used those a whole lot. Just hasn't been something I've been super passionate about. But if I can do something in a small way while we're time traveling, while we're here, might as well. And speaking of time traveling, we do need to go ahead and save and go ahead and change our time. So we were on the 27th. We're going to flip over to the 28th and we're going to see if we can work a little bit more on the hotel. I'm hoping we'll have some more themes. I haven't looked up like, every single, piece of new furniture or anything, but I'm hoping there'll be just a little bit more. There's so many cool sets from New Leaf and just, extrapolations of things they could have based off of the existing stuff in New Horizon that I'm hoping to see, but if not, at least we'll know what the end of it looks like. We'll also see how long it takes to actually get back into the game because, yeah, this is the first time I'm streaming on this channel. I've actually streamed, I've streamed a lot on a previous channel in the past, and I just, it did not used to take this long. With all the latency and everything, even compounding, it shouldn't take this long. So anyway, let's go ahead and go to our system. So if you've never time traveled in Animal Crossing, this is how you do it. Go to settings, go to your system, go to your date and time. And we are not going to synchronize our clock via the internet. Instead, we're going to go to date and time down here and change it manually. And that's all you have to do. So I'm going to change it to the 28th. Let's go back. I actually need to close our software because we saved. And then I'm going to go back into it. And let's see how long it takes. But yes. So I was planning on starting at 8 p.m. Eastern sharp. And actually what I was going to do is 5 minutes before that, have a little thing that says, hey, stream is starting soon. My little background is a scene. I've made it a long time ago. Was going to finally use it. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to check and make sure that the time travel stuck and I was on the right day and time to start the stream, and it just took so long to load that I just had to get started right on it, even a little bit later, just in the midst of the game. So yeah, that was like over 5 minutes of loading, and it's usually not that bad. Speaking of loading, Animal Crossing, and how we experience games, something else I was looking at recently was a project that some people are undertaking to basically go through all of the GameCube versions of Animal Crossing, the different iterations across, the Japanese versions, the European versions, American versions, all of that, and sort of equate them all together and make that playable for people. And I think that would be pretty cool. Like I mentioned, my first Animal Crossing was really with New Leaf and, the handheld, having it on the DS. But I always wanted to be able to play on the GameCube, just didn't have access to it when it was popular and out. And now, of course, we're on to different mediums. But I think it would be nice to experience a slightly different game, something that is a little less focused on decorating, even though, it is fun to decorate in a game. I have always been like a home decor and design minded person, even though you wouldn't be able to tell that by any place I've lived at. Just my taste, I do appreciate it, and architecture. But it's just, it's been really heavy with New Horizons, I feel like. All right. Oh, CJ is visiting our island today. I have actually not completed the museum 100%. I believe there's still like a few deep sea creatures and of course some art that I haven't done yet, but I have done almost everything else in this game, like I mentioned, definitely completed the DLC, have made over 100 resort rooms. And if we are able to finish the hotel and get everything done there, I am going to take us over to our resort rooms. Oh, she just sat down. I thought she just appeared out of nowhere. And we'll do a comparison. But anyway, we have someone else in the steampunk outfit. Oh my goodness, Whitney. She's having a good time. Let's see. Ed is another one who I would rather like to just not be here anymore. I'd like him to move on to another place. So maybe I can find something to give him, actually. Let me go get some fruit. Actually, I can't remember what I did with the cherries I just gave to Aurora, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just regularly talk to and give fruit to the people I am discouraging from being on the island. Oh wow. Yeah, the steampunk outfits were definitely a hit. Alright, we got Clyde. It looks like he has... Is that a drink? Or is he just walking around with like a cup of stew? Like he's just got a... Alright, now what are you doing? Oh, you need a favor. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'll deliver this to Aurora, mostly because I think that doing this will again count as some sort of friendly action. But you're putting me on a time crunch because I am time traveling, so... Oh my gosh, where is that other horse? Alright, he's having zoomies. There we go. Here is a gift. Have some pears. A layered polo shirt. Well, I am not putting that on, but thank you. Alright, let's go see if Aurora is actually in her house, which would make things a lot easier. Oh, they're hanging out. Okay. My gosh. Yeah, I guess I can't say I regret making the steampunk outfit the tourist default. Okay. So let's see if Aurora's here. We can complete this delivery. Okay, I think she is actually in her house. There we go. See how hungover she is from her birthday party yesterday. Oh, and she's cooking. I could use a recipe. Pear jelly. Actually, I just gave away some pears, but... Time for delivery. Okay, it's the only thing that it allows me to give you right now. There we go. Yeah, go ahead and try it on. Alright, she's got a little outfit. Turn the other way while I change. Oh, well that is pretty cute. Well, I'm trying to get rid of her, but she is kind of adorable. I just don't like the ice house. Alright, I'm getting shirts left and right. Well, let's see if this is actually a new recipe. It is. Okay. I would have thought for sure I knew how to make all the fruit jellies by now, but I guess not. So I suppose I am still learning some new things in this game. Alright, I've completed the friend interactions with the 2 villagers I'm the most interested in moving along. So, let me keep an eye out for my recipe on the beach, because of course I don't have all the recipes as we just saw. But otherwise we're going to continue our way to the resort. Because we're continuing our... There we go. Our comparison. Oh, this is from Anka, coconut wall planter. Yes, I do already know that recipe. Okay, well, that's all right then. So let's keep going and head to the hotel. All right. So first of all, we can go over and check what is for sale. We have one of the tubular chairs, one of the flower planters, which are quite pretty. And let's see if there's anything new in the catalog. There might not be. No. It is even the same colorways. Nothing new whatsoever. Let's see if she will let me decorate a hotel room. There are more rooms to decorate. Okay. So let's check out and see what themes she recommends this time. Room number 7. And we can do an exquisite room or a frozen room. I was literally just saying how I don't care for the ice room. Like on any other place it would be fine, but literally it's an island. This is literally the only place where it's not supposed to be icy. Or if it's cold, like you can have a cabin or the Alpine or something, or even a ranch, but not frozen. So we're gonna do an exquisite room. The exquisite room? Oh, yar, I'd be getting real excited to see how that'll turn out. I have a feeling it's going to look a lot like Pico's house, which is red lacquer, Chinese, imperial, that sort of vibe, but we will see. Okay, alright. It's a little darker, a little moodier. We have looks like some maybe iron parquet flooring. And we have, again, a screen-style wall, but this almost has these, yeah, they do look like screens because it's almost like there's metal hinges in between. Man, after expanding all the rooms, just having it this size does make it feel very small. But let's go ahead and see what it is that they would like. So, and if there's anything new. Wow, okay, so bamboo and imperial stuff. Bamboo and imperial stuff. Literally a panda. We have some food. Is any of this new? Okay, the song is new. Alright, we got a new song. Yes, this is the black iron parquet flooring. I actually do quite like the wall. I mean, I feel like I have to keep the wall since it's literally called the exquisite wall. Do we want to change the flooring? Oh, that's a rug. I thought that was flooring. I feel like I am going to keep the dark flooring. Let's make this place just a little bit bigger. Let's again do another wide one. So yeah, I think wide, but not too terribly deep. And then for the flooring, it does need to be darker going in. Maybe something like that, like stone. And then for this, let's see. I don't think there should really be any extra sounds for this, so let's go in and see what we got. Well, I feel like we have to have the bed. Does it have to be red though? Blue, brown, or black? Let's go with black. Let's instead of doing the traditional red for this, I think that would work with what we've got going. Let's go ahead and do the panda though because it's cute. So we can have like a little corner of greenery. And maybe the bamboo speaker, but instead of the green bamboo, let's do the smoke cured bamboo. So it goes with kind of the reddish brownish walls. There we go. Trying to juggle all this together. Here we go. And then we have all this food, but do we have like a table? that they're recommending, or do they want a table? Okay, we do have a low table, stool, and a cushion, so I guess we could do an imperial low table. Then I'm going to keep it with black. And this is like the area where you can sit and have some snacks. We'll do the cushion, but... well, I guess we could do the red with that. I think that would work. Now, can we fit 4? I feel like that would be a kind of a cramped table, but... if you're just chilling and having some snacks, I think that would be fine. Speaking of snacks, let's see. Let's do a tea set. And it should fit on there. There we go. And then let's do this dim sum set, the steamer basket. Nice. Alrighty, what else can we fit on here? Definitely need a place for clothes, so let's do the imperial chest. We could have that over here. We have some vase options. I guess we'll stick with the red as an accent color. Can that go on top of things? No, I didn't think so. Okay. Let's see, we can have this go on top of some things, I think. Some smoke cured bamboo. There we go. Yes, that can go on top. Let's also do a little candle holder as well. So again, we're sticking with the smoke cured bamboo for everything. And then for the rug, I guess I will do the red rug, just a little differently. There we go. Strategically. Right, I think I will do the partition as well. So you have a little privacy while changing or getting into bed. And then it feels like the left side is just kind of bare though, so there's probably gonna be something else I can put in. I mean, I guess I could do this bamboo shelf. Just gives you something else to have over here. And I think there was like a decorative plate. It's like there's one decorative plate here. If we can add another one. Let's do something like that. Now, can that go there? No, it cannot. Okay, never mind. Yeah, once again, it feels like I just need to fill a tiny bit of space, but in the meanwhile, let's go ahead and get some things on the walls. There we go. And then on the ceiling, I do think I want to do the imperial lamps. Nice. Then I guess I do have room for this bench. So that's just another seating area you could have. Here we go. So yeah, I think one thing about these hotel rooms is that you might have the inclination to make them really huge, but in the end, with like the intended design, it is really on the smaller side. Like maybe not the smallest, but just enough room to have somewhere to sit and eat, chill out, and then sleep. Oh, almost forgot. Once again, I need to take my pictures of this place. So let's see. Let me go up here. Let's do kind of an overview for this one. Let's see. Take photo. There we go. Alright, so we have an aerial photo of that one. And we are all done with room number 7. Now we'll see if we can actually unlock room number 8 today, or if we have to go till tomorrow. So there are a lot of similarities with the DLC. Obviously, we're getting paid after each room or house we make. It's a little bit limited in that we don't have things like the yard or outside of the house that we can do anything for. And of course, we can do something with our currency, which is get premium items that usually you would not have access to. Alright, I'm up to 830 hotel tickets again. Oh, did I earn some Nook miles for that? I probably did. Let's see. Decorate a hotel room. I have decorated at least 5. Wait, out of 20? Are there 20 hotel rooms? Do I redecorate them? Well, I guess we'll find out. So it is letting me go back to do another hotel room. We're going to get started working on room number 8. So let's see what 2 themes we have so far. Luxurious or antique? Well, I'm not really a big fan of kind of the marble look. Whereas actually in New Leaf, the antique furniture was one of my favorites. So I'm going to go with the antique room. And I feel like we have been leaning more traditional with our hotel as well. So hopefully this will read as expensive but nice. And I know right after I was just talking about, you know, how hotel rooms, they seem to be more designed on the smaller side, even though it lets you expand. This one might be a little bit bigger. Alright, well, we have a lot of wood, the parquet flooring. Let's go ahead and go in and see what they are requesting and see if there's anything new. I'm not seeing a lot new, but I am seeing some actual famous paintings, or, you know, Red's paintings. A couple of antique items, so it looks like we can do a music room, like a study, a vanity, a place to relax and eat. So yeah, I guess I will make this one a little bit bigger than usual. Alright, so we have plenty of space. I guess we can keep that same flooring material as we're coming in. We'll keep the same lighting. I don't think I really want any of the sounds going on either. All right. So let's start with, I think we're going to start with the table, and I'm going to keep this mid-tone wood that we seem to have basically everywhere at this point. All right, so if you are coming in, you're probably going to be wanting to come to the table pretty immediately if you're being invited back to this hotel room to have some food. Let's go ahead and get 4 chairs at least for our table so we can be seated thusly and everyone has space to eat. So that's the kind of energy we are going for this room. There we go. It almost looks like a bistro that you would go in to eat at. All right, so let me get the bed next. I'm going to just keep our white linens here. We're going to make a master bedroom situation right back here, I think. Get a wardrobe as well. And then the vanity. There we go. Let's see. Let's do our grand piano over here in the corner. Then next to it, we can have our cello. We're going to need a piano bench somewhere, but it doesn't look like we've thought of that just yet. Can have our antique bureau over here, along with our console table. For a little study. Clock can be back here next to those two items. Get our lamp right here on our console table. Oops, I think it should go on there. There we go. Of course, we'll want to have at least one table setting. Let's get our nice golden candlestick as well to radiate out some light. Then, of course, we can have a typewriter. Let's do a nice rich brown typewriter on the console table. Oh, I didn't realize that was back a little bit. I kind of meant for this whole thing to go forward. Let's see. There we go. I kind of wish the desk rolled out automatically, but what can you do? All right, let's see. Let's also do the mini table. That could be over here. Sure, we'll also do the saxophone, so you have lots of options. Then we can do our nice antique radio over here on the side table. There'll be a map we can add to there. I think we should do one more mini table. And again, that could be a sort of end table here for the office type area. And that would work with some books. There we go. It already knew. It's like, clearly you're going to put that here. All right, now as far as this, we need a couple of things. We need a little piano bench of some kind. I believe there's a piano bench in here. There we go. Piano bench. That way you are actually ready to play those instruments. And then we're going to need some kind of chair, like office chair situation. Let's see, beds, dressers, some partitions, some lamps, more instruments. All right, I think we probably went past it. Some sort of chair. Let's see. So sofas, these are more like stools. Retro massage chair. And yes, we would be looking for something that's more on the antique side. Reception chairs. It's more typical office chair. Patchwork chair. Imperial dining chair. Elegant chair. And the den chair might be our best bet here. We could do camel, brown, green, red. Let's do brown. There we go. So we have this zone here, which I think could use really a bookshelf as well. So let's see if we can find ourselves some bookshelves. Which should also provide us with a little bit more in the way of some sort of storage. Let's see, we have dressers, these kind of shelves, wood block bookshelf. Yeah, I think like a big wooden bookshelf. Probably dark brown. There we go. So let's flip this around. Actually, can we fit two? We can. All right. So you have a lovely office area. We have a lovely dining area. We have a place to sleep. All right, we were going to do some plants. There we go. So we have one coming up from here. Actually, let's do another plant over here. And then, do we have room for the terrarium anywhere? We might not. Let's see. It can't go up there. It can't go there. Oh, okay, and go here. There we go. A little bit more greenery on top. Okay, so now let's work on decorating the walls. So we have our antique phone. Yeah, I think we're going to keep the brown for everything. It just works. As Todd Howard says, it just works. And it probably should work in the office specifically. So let's also get some art of our basic painting here, which can probably work over, let's do over here. There we go. And then for the Van Gogh painting, we can actually put that right next to it, just like that. It's pretty nice. We didn't get space for the chessboard, unfortunately, but that's okay. I think we will do 2 milk glass lamps and a stained glass lamp. So I can put this over the bedroom. We have this over the dining area. This over the office type area. There we go. And then, do we want to do any rugs? I think that would be nice and cozy to have a rug there. And maybe one more seat, like a seat at the vanity, I guess. Let's go back to housewares and see if there's still some other like little stool or low chair or something like that. Let's see. Well, a little velvet stool. How about that? That's cute, right? There we go. Okay. I think that works out. So let me finish up here. Grab my little camera. Let's actually try a different view this time. Boop, boop. Let's see. Oops. Didn't take it right. Let's try that again. L, L, There we go. I was trying to zoom the other way and it just wasn't wanting to work. All right, let's do this, I guess. I always try to like get as much as possible into the picture, but it's like you can tell that's a dresser and a clock, so I would rather have the bookshelves in here. And photo. There we go. Nice. So we have completed another hotel room for the day. Let's check. So we're all done here. Are you finished? Yes, we finished. Shiver me timbers, what a wonderful room. I'd love to stay in the spot. So I think that was my second room, so she probably won't let me do any more for the day, and I think that's the last room in the hotel, except for there might be a VIP room. Alright, we got 200 tickets. Let's see if she says anything new, anything else, anything more than what we've unlocked so far. All the guest rooms be complete, thanks a ton, but here's the thing. I'm getting a new kind of guest room ready, aside from the ones you worked on. We should be ready to launch tomorrow. Drop by if you can. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let me go up here and just check out our room so far. Oh my goodness. We have Stella staying in the sea room, Clyde staying in the traditional Japanese room, Wolfgang in the ranch room, Whitney in the dreamy room. We have O'Hare in the cityscape room and Tutu in the retro Japanese room. My goodness. Okay. Well. So, I think you already know what is next. We are going to time travel once again. So let's go ahead and save. We're going to head till tomorrow and see what the mystery VIP room is. At which point we'll go ahead and finish it off and then do a little comparison with the resort. I can give you a nice tour of my resort island and what that looks like. And yeah, we'll see if there are any other aspects of the 3.0 update that I have not found out yet. One thing I am still looking for some more inspiration for is the Slumber Island, because it's a completely open book. But, you know, you're not really going to have your naturally occurring villager interactions there. You are just kind of putting them there almost like they are in like Harvey's photo studio or something. So it is a little bit different. Oh, it's less snowy on this day. Oh, hang on. That's right. I have to change the day. Haven't changed the day yet. Okay, so once again, we go to system settings. We're going to go down to our system. And we're going to go to, wait, hang on. Am I not in the right place? Yeah. System, there we go. System update, console language, there we go. Date and time. And we're going to move it to the 29th. There we go. And just like last time, we will see how long it takes to actually get us started here. Sorry if you can hear any terrible noises outside. There's like some loud vehicle noises, as well as we just keep having this intense, it's almost like the building is shaking slightly from the wind. We're having these like 20+ mile an hour wind gusts, and I mean, we've been fine through hurricanes for the last several years living here, but it's kind of crazy. We don't usually have this kind of wind gusting in winter, but you never know these days what's going to happen when it comes to the weather, I feel like. Oh, so once again, we have the interminable wait times, which I swear feel like have gotten a lot longer since the update. But again, I do have, like I mentioned, the original Switch midnight release same console it's been for years and years now, so might just be it's getting a little old. I did debate getting the Nintendo Switch 2, but I'm not really interested in spending the money on it right now. Oh my gosh, I already see Wart Jr. wearing a steampunk outfit in the background. Yeah, I'm not really interested in spending the money on it right now, and plus I just don't think it's worth it yet. Especially if we're not going to get a new Animal Crossing on the Switch 2. I don't know. I'd kind of rather just play around with my husband's Steam Deck that we got. I'm trying to play more with things in my Steam account, and I'm going to be getting a couple indie games and cozy games to stream soon, so I'd really rather just focus on that. Oh, Sahara is visiting. Alright, I might have to hit up Sahara. I feel like I very rarely actually run into her on the island, but to be fair, I also have her on Harvey's Island, so I can go see her whenever there. So if I run into her, I'll interact with her, but otherwise I'm probably not going to go hunting for her. We're pretty focused on this hotel at this point. But let me go ahead and check my mail while I'm here. Oh, well, that's nice. I'm getting cute things for my friends. Oh, nope, I did just buy that twice. Alright, well, that's fine. I got a gift from Aurora for celebrating her birthday with her. So let me go ahead and open these things, and then we'll be on our way. Oh, and I can put up those clothing items I got. Let's see, what is it? Instant muscle suit. Oh, I'm getting quite the mix of things from the villagers. Okay. Let's put this away. Actually, I'll keep that just in case I need to give anyone a gift. Alright, let's run out here. Oh my. Margie is on the island. Anyone else out right now? Muffy is over here. Oh, she's wearing one of the shirts I've designed. Want to hang out for the next 7 hours? No, it's alright. Oh, Francine. Yeah, Francine always stays in her castle in the back, so I guess I don't end up talking to her a lot. But that's okay. Oh, there is a lost item. Let me just go check with Muffy since she's right here. Did you lose this? Try Francine, who I just talked to? Okay. Watch her be like nowhere in sight now. Okay, no, she's still up here. Is this yours? Oh, nice. There we go. More clothes. Oh my god, I've gotten 4 things of clothes. A fishing vest. Alright, sure. Whatever. So let's go ahead and check out our hotel for today. Haven't seen any other tourists so far. Oh, but speaking of, let's check out this lost message bottle. We have a recipe for armor shoes, which I already know how to make. So we're all good there. Okay. So let's check out what our perhaps final day entails. Let's see. As far as what's for sale, Don't have anything super new. Oh, expanded our offerings. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can actually tell what's new in here. Okay, no, never mind. It shows me. So the ice pail is new. The glass pitcher. The pampas grass. I've been seeing this a lot online. It takes up a good amount of room. It's a good decor item. Let's see. Colorful lantern arch. That would be something cool to have like right outside. Right. Oh, and the marble things. It's like a pink marble. Yeah, I probably wouldn't use that for a lot of regular stuff, but that is interesting. See you around. Okay, well, let's see what we've got. A new type of guest room. We call it a VIP room. Decorate even more freely. You can invite folks to stay in the room and you get a deal. Okay. They clear everything out of the room. I guess so. So it's just a temporary room? Oh, pick from who we have staying here now. Okay. Sure, let's see. Renee, Twiggy, Roswell, Tank, Margie, Robin, or Junior or Rex. How about Roswell? Roswell's cool. Choose a theme for the room. Okay, so it's going to be one of these. Well, Roswell is pretty, like, odd, right? We just did an antique room. Oh, is this going to have me just choose whatever one I didn't do before? Oh, wow. There's a lot of options. All right. Cafe, terrace, club room, mermaid room, jungle room, stellar room, fruit, birthday party, spa, soda shop, library, laboratory, family restaurant, school, hospital, restaurant, arcade, picnic, summer festival, autumn leaves, Halloween, toy day. This is pretty cool. Japanese garden. We did a couple Japanese. Let's do a pirate room, I think. Yar, pirate room. Yeah, I had a feeling you would like the pirate room. Oh my god, Roswell's all decked out in his steampunk stuff. Yeah, you've been upgraded, Roswell. Congratulations. Okay, so let's see what this entails. Is it going to be bigger? Is it just the penultimate room? I'm not sure how this is different from... oh my gosh. Well, this is cute. Use L to imagine them in here and see what you think. So you can preview the guests. Okay. Alright. Well... that flooring is definitely new, so I guess we gotta make this big because it's the VIP room, right? And I guess we need to make it sure there is ocean sound. So if I do L, he's just chilling here. Can I? Yeah, I can pick him up and put him places. But that's it. Okay. Yeah, not really getting how that's VIP, but you know, that's okay. All right, let's look at the flooring. All right, so we can do the pirate wall. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I do like the pirate flooring. There is a pirate rug. Wow. All right, that's pretty cute. I'm glad I chose the pirate room for this. So let's see. You're a pirate at sea. We got to get your ship helm here, because even if you're not actually using it, it gives the effect. Of course, we're going to give you some treasure, which I think is going to spill into the middle here. Let's get you some of your pirate barrels. Let's see. Yep, treasure can spill into the middle. Pirate barrels can go towards the back. Because they're, you know, they're just for some ambiance, really. You can stack them up that way. Let's go ahead and get you a nice, elegant bed. And, yeah, I guess it will be gold in this case. But let's do some nice blue roses on it for the sea. And let's actually have your have your bed on a part that isn't covered with gold, shall we? Let's see. Give you a nice dresser as well. Then, yeah, I think you're sitting atop your treasure like a dragon atop his hoard. So, that will be useful. Figure you're going to need a mirror to see yourself in because, it's a bit of a vanity project here. So maybe we can put that in front of the barrels. There we go. A nice double-edged sword would be good. Let's do maybe a gold one that's pierced through an old map. Can be some of your treasure there. Nice little console table. Over here to hold some things. Need room for a cannon. It's of course trained out the window here. We do a creepy skeleton. I guess we'll do plain. Because, yeah, I guess mossy wouldn't quite fit with this. What else can we do? We definitely need some candles. And I feel like this is the one time we can get away with quite a lot of gold. Bottled ship. Let's make it a pirate ship. There we go. Can do a nice golden vase as part of the treasure. Or even a spittoon, I reckon. Anchor statue. Right as you're coming in, I think. Then I believe the tape recorder is how we're going to listen to our music. Our little yo-ho, A Pirate's Life for Me on repeat. Alright, wooden bucket, that's always going to be useful. Little casket decoration here. And then we probably do need a little bit more in the way of seating. Maybe we can do an elegant sofa going the other way. then we can use the rug right next to the bed. Right. Then on the ceiling, let's go ahead and do a nice big chandelier, piratey chandelier, and then some seagulls. Enough to make you feel right at home on the open seas. There we go. Right, and then again, I can imagine him here. Is that the only thing that makes him a VIP room, though? Like, I could just make him sit down. And it's like, alright, he's here, I guess. And then I'll take the pictures. I'll get rid of us, but keep him. So let me do, let's see, up here, and then over a little bit. Again, I'm trying to get as much detail in as possible. And take photo. There we go. We're all set. Yar, what's afoot? I'm all done. Show our guests to the room. Well, he's right there, but I guess that is just the imagined version of him. Oh, what do you think, Roswell? You ready to be a pirate king for a night? Nice. All right. We have successfully completed all of the hotel rooms and the VIP room. So I'm going to see if anything changes at this point. Ira, that makes me so happy. I'm giving you 200 tickets as a little thank you gift. Please take out your phone for me if you would. I'm assuming you can redecorate these rooms at some point because it's like if you just make them, that's all the tickets you would ever get. I can now use an amiibo scanner to invite folks to the VIP room. Okay. I feel like redecorating or redoing a room. I'll give you tickets once a day. Okay. So now we're down to once a day instead of twice a day. Got it. So has this expanded at all? This might take another day to actually expand, I think. Well, I will get that colorful lanterns arch. But everything else is the exact same. So... I guess we're just gonna have to time travel one more day to see if that will unlock anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for now. We are saving. We're going to wait forever while it saves. I'm also afraid I'm just tired of seeing snow in the game as well. I know it's going to be a while until we're done with snow. And I don't want to like time travel too far in the future or anything, just in case that messes anything up with my plans. But yeah, I'm ready for that cherry blossom season, and I'm kind of tired of the snowflakes because I really never use any of the snow and ice stuff. Alright, so let's go down. Oops, not sleep mode. Let's go to system settings. System again. I did this last time. There we go. System. Language, region, date, and time. There it is. So now we're going to go to the 30th. And let's get back in to Animal Crossing. Now you might notice there were multiple profiles when I opened Animal Crossing. So I don't have just... I don't have just typical villagers here on my island. I do also have my husband. He has a character here. He's over in like the big wizard tower castle type house I have in the upper corner of my island. And then I created a second character who's just supposed to be like a sweet old lady who retired to an island to start a cat cafe. So she has an entire cat cafe themed build in the back center of the island. And I've been considering like just, you know, canceling those out so they fill with regular villagers. But then again, I've also just had both of those character types there for years. Even though obviously no one's playing them unless they're actively, you know, in that role. So most of the time they're just the buildings. But that was one way where you're able to kind of like either role play or just add a little bit more interest of, yes, you can do the happy, I call it the Happy Home Designer DLC, but you know what I mean, the Resort Home DLC. You can do that to change the inside of your villagers' houses, but ultimately you can also just make a character that lives on your island, at least part-time, and have them design things. Oh, sorry, I got the yawns, but have them design things how they would like. So I already saw a little duck walking around all steampunked out. We'll see who is on our island today tourist-wise. And then we'll also see if anything else opened up in the hotel. All right, we got Isabel. Let's see what's up. A cautionary tale. Oh, okay, Red is here. Got it. Yeah, I never did talk to Sahara yesterday, but that's okay. Like I mentioned, I have her on Harv's Island, so I can go check her out whenever. And I feel like I have the majority of the floors and wall coverings and rugs at this point. Well, maybe not all the rugs. And who knows, maybe they added rugs with 3.0. You really need to get some like data miners on this thing. Oh, got a message from Serrano, and I got the arch. So I guess I will put the arch down for right now. It is something cute at least. Okay, so we know Red is here today. Let me check my message board. Sorry I'm yawning so much. Nope, I was just talking about how the 27th was Aurora's birthday, but I already know that. Wow, I can hear the wind whipping outside again. Oh my goodness, look at this little pig. I thought this was a duck from the back. Peggy the pig. Future superstar gallivanting around Vincara. I like how her monocle is just floating off of her face. Yeah, I could see why they limited the clothes for that, but that's okay. Alright, so let's see if I can... Oops, didn't mean to do that. If I can put this out. Okay, I can. Alright, and then grab this here. Oh, can I push it? Alright, I can push it. I just want to pull it over a little bit. There we go. A little bit more. Can I push it back? Okay, there we go. Well, that's my hotel decoration. I have one singular hotel decoration now. All right, so let's check it out. Has this expand? Okay, well, there is a bed here, so that is new. The artful bed. The thing is, I have so few tickets, and It just doesn't seem worth it. Alright, let's peep at the catalog. It does not seem that I have any of those Nintendo Online features yet, so maybe I have to do something else. I'll help with the guest room. Standard or VIP? Standard, I guess. Which room? Okay, so I just have to change one of the rooms. Well, that just doesn't seem very interesting, does it? Alright, I'm going to exit out then. So that appears to be, at least for right now, the gist of the hotel aspect of the 3.0 expansion. It really does seem like it's giving you sort of a taste of the island version of things. I'm actually going to take off, let's see, get my star wand out. Let me revert my outfit. I can't remember what I'm wearing. Oh, okay, that's right. I was wearing some of the pocket camp stuff I bought. So I'm going to head off to, oh, actually, no, not a tour. My bad, sorry. Even though I have 115,000 miles, I'm still not going to spend it on a tour right now. But let's go to the airport, and I'm going to take you to DLC land, basically. I'm going to take you to the place where you can buy some additional contents and have an entire world of something very similar to that Hotel 3.0 update. So let's head out. So I'm going to select I want to go to work to be able to head out to the island to build people some resort homes. Let's see how long this loading screen takes. Not too bad. So this is Nico. Haven't seen him in a little bit now. And we have customers on our island who are probably interested in some island homes. So with the DLC you get more of a choice, I would say. Instead of just 2 potential styles, you have several different clients you can choose from. So here's where you can talk to Lottie and get some assignments to go forth and get people to purchase some vacation homes. And much like with the update, you can spend, as you can see, I have 824,000 Pogi on a variety of items. So if I want this gamer setup, let's see. It's 47,000 Pogi for a gaming desk. Sure, I'll take it. Or I can talk to Wardell and I can order things. Let's see, a touchscreen cash register. That might be nice for the cat cafe back on my island, so I'll take it. And then you can actually convert your Poke if you have so much of it you don't know what to do with. So I'm going to say I am ready for some work. You get to customize your little outfit that you actually go about and decide how you want to spend your day in. And then you also have facilities here, so I was able to do things like build this school. So here you get to see the various people who come visit your resort island, and they can come interact with the school that you build. Here's some other island residents. We have our hospital up here as well. So you have, your villagers going to the hospital, or even you can roleplay going to the hospital yourself if you would like. You can go register and check in and say that, you have a headache or an injury of some kind, and the doctor will see you. Our doctor is a luchador sparrow, but that's none of anyone's business. So I really do see a lot of similarities with the update and with this, where you just are again getting some themed variation of decorating, but it just really seems like you have a lot more choice when it comes to the DLC. And I'll show you a couple examples of actual places. So first of all, let's go to our customers. My dream is to someday teach gymnastics to kids, or I would enjoy a wide open space, perhaps my own ranch. I'd like to spend more time with my pets and plushies. Being near lots of rocks might be nice. They're real quiet. I want to give runners a place to rest their wings. I want to do my farm work in peace. So these are all clues of different themes you would have for different customers. But we're going to go ahead and visit some places I've already built. So we can talk to Nico, and he will take us to any of our vacation homes we've created. So as you can see, I have done a lot of vacation homes. There are so many options. You can basically do one for every single villager that exists in Animal Crossing. And once you've invited a few, you can get your own options for choosing any one that has an amiibo card that you can scan in. So speaking of amiibo card to scan in, let's take a look at a special villager from the Sanrio collection, Toby, who requested a peaceful patio. So this is going to be a 1-4 home in the summer season permanently. You can also choose on a map of islands where you would like the villager to live. So here we are at Toby's vacation home. Just like as we've seen for the 3.0 update, you have to take a picture afterwards to show it off. So we have several unique items here. It's all very traditional Japanese, kind of froggy themed, spring themed, and also bamboo themed. So let's go inside the house, and we have the villager here already living here. So inside we have this nice tranquil place, and again you have a lot of the similar controls that you have in the update. We can make this area bigger or smaller, wider or thinner. We can choose what kind of entryway we have from here, choose whether you want windows showing, choose whether you want to have an echo or other soundscape in the background. And you'll probably recognize the shoji screen wall, this staircase dresser right here, some of these cushions and other things that we just saw used in the update as well. So I really enjoyed this DLC. I thought it was really creative. It had a lot of cute details, especially for this kind of crossover pack that they did with the different Sanrio characters coming into Animal Crossing. I thought they blended it really well. But after having something that's really cute like this, something that really works with Animal Crossing, it is jarring to see something like, I don't know, Lego kind of in for what feels like no reason, and to have the gameplay of the update not be really interesting either. So we are going to head back to the DLC island, and that was just a one-room one. That wasn't even a two-room area either. So we're going to take a look at some of our existing villagers here in the resort and see if anyone would like to give me a little tour of their place. Let's go check back here. Here is another villager. So this is Chai, who requested a cute space for fluffy stuff. Can I visit your place? You can also ask them to remodel. You can also ask them if you would like to have roommates. So you could have two people sharing. So that's another feature that's not really in the 3.0 update. You can't have two people sharing a room. So here is a cute little, almost cafe themed, very peaceful, fluffy as she requested, Casa della Chai. So I made a little pink gazebo here. She will also have her little cafe sign. We have a little winding trail with some flowers that she is watering. So she has little autonomous activities that she does. Little fence up here, a cute little pink house, and a pink bear with a pink cherry blossom tree. And this is another setting that you can choose where you have a lot of verticality, where it seems very cozy and, you know, in solitude off by itself, but also very peaceful. So let's go inside and take a look at Chai's sweet place. So this was kind of similar to the theme we ended up getting in one of the hotel rooms, which was dreamy themed. So I thought some place that looked like it was, you know, constantly at about 3 a.m., like you'd be waking up in the middle of the night to have some snacks. So this is another character from that special collaboration. So we have a lot of cute, unique furniture, like this little cinnamon roll couch and the cinnamon roll tea set. There's also these little cinnamon roll stools that look like big coffee cups with tops on them, so you can actually sit on top of them. So I added a lot of pink cute stuff in here, a lot of snack type stuff, some beauty stuff. We have some collectible dolls in the background, her little wardrobe and vanity area as well. So all things that I thought would fit well with our personality. And this is again another one room one. So with the DLC, you can also do areas that have 2 floors. So that you would go up here to another stairwell to see more. So these are a couple examples of the DLC houses. Just wanted to get that comparison in here as well while we're taking a look at the update. So let's head on back. And I think we have gotten to a pretty good place for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on out and wrap things up for now. Thank you for playing with me today. This is, again, my first stream on this new channel, Strummer Streams. I plan on streaming weekly. We will sometimes check in with Animal Crossing as Finkera continues to grow and evolve from my original starter island. Hopefully we will get to the point where we have things like our slumber island. Maybe I can be inviting people over. We're also going to take a look at some other cozy games and some other challenges. I've been looking a lot at The Sims 4 and even some older Sims games that I'd like to go back to, as well as return to a lot of 90s sort of edutainment games that I'm figuring out how to get running easier. So we'll be playing on the Switch, we'll be playing on the Steam Deck, we'll be playing on PC, primarily through Steam itself, but hopefully that all sounds all right to you. So thank you so much for being with me today. Join me next time. Subscribe if you are here for chill gaming sessions and thoughtful critiques of creative ways of consuming video games. This has been Strummer Dundee, and I'll see you on